you had all just acquired a map of the casino, which I had laid out in mocks. And you all went back to your individual hotel rooms and took a night's rest before waking up in the morning. And all of you noticed that under your door is slid a note, and it all says the same thing. It just says, "Don't take too long," and then it has -T at the end.
Do we get a long rest?
Yes, you all get a long rest. Yeah, it says, "Don't take too long, you only got 2 more days. -T."
Alright, I'm gonna look at my spells.
Pay your spells, bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got shit to do.
Oh, it's nice to be an arcane caster again and prepare my spells.
No, I forgot. I believe druids have this spell, but it's a neat little spell called Heat Metal. I think they have it, yes. But yeah, I'm not preparing that. I'm keeping my current spell list.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying you could completely destroy the machine.
I could, but my second level slots I have Patch Without Traits and Find Traps.
That is a good point.
If I can have 6.
Oh yeah, Alicia, where did you leave off? When did
I
you
left
leave?
when my phone was dying, and they were trying to get into like that construction building to find.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Garrett,
you honestly
Garrett.
didn't miss too much. To keep it simple, they all snuck in different ways because they all got impatient with each other, trying to commune on a plan. They all snuck in different ways.
Like all great teams.
Yeah, Greg almost got caught by a robot immediately.
And didn't someone get kicked,
So
like
I
as a
turned
rat or
into a rat.
something?
Yes, Greg then later was squeaking and it annoyed one of the workers, so he kicked him, and he poofed into a human, causing the dude to lose his shit. Fog was released, and then Max's character decided, with the infinite wisdom of Solomon,
To kill him.
just disintegrate the guy.
Oh, okay.
With a quick casting of Inflict Wounds.
Yeah,
I mean,
I feel like I did this pretty well.
To be fair, I tried to
So
kill
the
him
dude
first.
turned into dust. Even though Maris was just kind of like, I need to go talk to this dude, and like Maris could just walked up and been like, "Hey, we need help with this." Like, yeah, you all did that. And so basically, you came up to the foreman, who was just like a really pissed off, like he hates that he's sober dwarven man, and he's just like, "The fuck do you want?" And chit chat went by, and eventually he was like, "Oh fuck, you just want schematics to the casino? Okay, here you go."
And so we just kind of got him.
So you just kind of got him.
We gave him a reasonable excuse to why we need them.
Max decided to try to sneak to steal them before any of this happened, though, and then
And he
was
failed.
stuck under the desk. So he had to wait there for another 2 hours before being able to go back to the hotel.
Yeah, apparently they have robots, but they don't have ID cards.
I mean, that was just the construction workers, and like everyone has like a different like patch, like a symbol. Like there's one for like construction workers. You saw one on, what was his name?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
like,
those are super.
yeah.
Those are super easy to fake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not hard to fake. It's just a visual like ID.
Wait, we have coin tattoos since we committed a murder?
No, you do not have a coin tattoo since you committed a murder. They
Okay, so
technically
murder's
don't
okay.
belong. They technically don't belong to the casino. They're hired. They're external workers.
If,
So
if
you
we
were
find
okay.
if we find any slaves, then we should worry about murder.
Oh my God.
Anything, the casino owes us money, since they don't have to pay that guy anymore.
Yes.
But they're
Boy.
also not getting the work. It's
Yes, Colin.
alright.
You said something.
I just said oy vey.
Oh, I only heard oi.
No. I don't have anything to say.
Yeah.
Well.
So yeah, you all made your way back. You're playing a card game with that poor sap that you seduced and then Max
Traumatized.
tried to kill.
Kyle.
I didn't try to kill, I tried to extract information. I did not kill him.
Extract information.
You tried to waterboard him,
Yes.
from my understanding.
Yes. That was.
It's worked in the past, anyways. Yeah, so you all wake up with the schematics and a note, which I've already detailed,
Mm-hmm.
and you all convene into one of your hotel rooms, I guess. Probably the one-
Mine was kind of the
Six
home
again.
base, right?
I think so, yeah.
Because I know that that's where we
You-
took.
Yeah, you're the one who still has the poor kid, who's just scared.
I'm going to address everyone else and say, if we keep this fellow here for much longer, people will begin to notice that he's gone missing.
I mean,
Assuming they haven't already noticed.
he can be missing
Greg
without.
think we get beer.
He can be missing without people knowing. I mean, you seem to have forgotten my unique ability.
Of course, but
He seems like the kind no one would care about anyways.
Wow, that's mean.
Kyle in there have coin tattoo.
wait, did the kid have a coin tattoo?
You did have a coin tattoo.
Mm.
Oh, spaghetti-o.
He's a debtor to this establishment. We don't want. I don't know.
I
how that-
think we get beer. Or all
Shut
over
up.
him. Put him
Shut
in
up, Greg.
hallway.
Yeah, but
What purpose would that serve?
Kill a witness.
yeah.
I'll get drunk on beer. Out in hallway. After lady tried to seduce.
But the fact is,
I'm
is that
willing to try his plan.
We can't have him talking.
my proposition is to push him out the window.
That's a terrible proposition. No offense.
Like no like idea, but like enthusiasm.
What if we were to hit him on the head hard enough he can remember anything?
I don't think that would work somehow.
Well,
That
what
would
if we
leave a
like
mark.
hit him a few times,
I
and then
think
after he
we
wakes up, we see if
try.
he's truly forgotten, and then now we'll just try again.
Why don't
That will leave a mark.
We'll leave a ransom note.
Okay, I have an idea. What if we just plan the heist and just like let him stay in the room while we plan the heist, and then leave him in the room while we do the heist, and then take him with us when we leave?
I think that taking him with us, he would be a liability, and I think that keeping him
Greg
here is a
think we
liability
tie him
as
up
well.
so he can't leave room.
You're just gonna lock this poor kid in the bathroom.
I mean, doesn't he belong to the casino? If we take him, wouldn't they know?
Greg can put him in bag when we leave.
Who knows?
Oh
I
my
mean, if they can tell whenever we broke a frame of a picture, who's to say that they aren't seeing through his eyes right now?
That would be pretty. Well, I think if that's the case, it's a little too late for us.
I think the best case scenario is to get this heist over as quick as possible before more things go wrong.
Yeah, does
I
anyone
think
know
we
what we're
tie
trying
him
to
up.
steal exactly?
Money, lots of it from the casino.
Hmm.
Hold on. I'm gonna quickly check these schematics. I did not actually look over them that well. So I'm gonna kind of roll open whatever schematics we have gotten.
Mhm. Yeah, as you roll it open, you see the entire casino, and you see a elevator marked in the top right corner, but you see a long hallway that proceeds that stands before it, and you assume that is full of guards, traps, etc. Because if you look over the entire thing, the vault isn't on there.
Mm.
Yes.
Is
So
the
you
stuff
assume-
labeled as it is here?
Yes, it's labeled just exactly like it.
Alright.
It
could
doesn't
always-
detail any traps. It just you assume.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
We could
Alright.
always ask our informant about the whereabouts of this vault.
Who do
Craig
we
think we
ask?
need to find an informant first.
I mean, Kyle is really who I was talking about.
Ah.
Oh.
We could
Kyle
ask.
just chef.
I think we could very easily ask what he does with whatever money he collects at the end of the night.
If this doesn't work, I suggest we search around the automatron repair. As that is all backroom stuff where most guests would not be allowed.
And then possibly even sabotaging something something about the automatons could assist. And
Craig no like machinery. Don't know what sabotage mean, but like sound of word.
Respect you, Craig.
well, I suggest that we start there.
Okay.
Should anyone go and scout out the area?
Greg
mean-
scout out.
No offense, Greg, but you kind of stand out.
Oh, I can go.
You are quite sneaky.
Almost unnoticeable.
I would like to put my vote to Copper.
Oh yeah, one of the primaries.
Copper might do well.
2 for 2.
I'm gonna go ahead and give Copper the blessing of the trickster.
All right. Yeah, blessing of a trickster.
Woo!
Advantage on all stealth checks.
Hey.
That's a lot of pressure. I mean, that's good.
That's not pressure at all. So yeah. So you are going to alone to scout out the automatron repair.
If no one else would like to, well, actually,
I'm gonna,
yes, because anyone else would be a liability.
I'm
Okay.
going to come along. I'm not going to go in. I'm gonna quickly disguise myself as whatever guest or whatever passerby originally I spotted. And I just want to follow. I'm not gonna go
Alright.
into any restricted areas.
Okay.
If
Well,
you're gonna follow, then you best be far behind me. I don't need someone like you screwing me up.
first
Would you
thing
like to take
first,
Cricket
I
with you?
need Copper to roll a stealth check.
I was also going to say, any opportunity I get, I would like to
Whoop.
cast guidance on Copper.
I was gonna ask Copper if Copper wanted to bring Cricket along.
They're long
Before
gone.
they
at
left.
this
What
point.
would the cricket do?
I was gonna.
I mean, this is you. I'll allow it.
What does the cricket do? Does the cricket have any special properties?
It can attack. It can
Oh, yeah, I'll bring
potentially
that cricket
go get
along.
help.
Okay, you have a cricket. You have a tiny clockwork cricket that sits on your shoulder.
I was also going to mention that I would like to cast guidance.
Yes.
What does that do to me?
You touch one willing creature before the spell ends. The spell ends in 1 minute. The target can roll a d4 and add it to the number. Add it to the number rolled to one ability check of its choice. It can roll the die before or after making the ability check. The spell then ends. So, you can see what you rolled, and then you may choose to use
Okay,
it.
give me a 24 then. Oh wait, I have to roll 1d4. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, you can. He hasn't said whether you succeeded or failed. Okay.
23.
You succeed.
I assume that
Because-
this stealth check is Copper leaving. Like, Copper is now gone out of my reach. But at this point,
Yeah, no, you immediately lose Copper. Like you turn around to grab something real quick, and then as you turn back, Copper's just gone.
I go to like prepare another incantation. Copper has vanished.
Yeah. Copper, as you enter the automatron repair area, you sneak your way past. There is one automatron that is working and is standing outside, but it just kind of looks like an empty threat, if anything.
I'd like to go ahead and stay at the bar while Copper's doing this, since it looks like you enter the automaton repair through the bar.
You can, yes.
All right, so I'm gonna stay at the bar and I'm gonna get a drink and just kind of like try to find a nice seat where I can see into the automaton repair, so I don't just kind of keeping an eye out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and it looks like just an empty threat. And as you make your way in, you see many people, not working. They seem like they're on a break at the moment, but they seem to be covered in oil, soot, and dust. And two out of all of them, because I believe there's 3. Yes, there's 3 of them in the room. 2 of them have the coin insignia on them. The other one does not.
Okay.
You see, it's a fairly open room. It has a few desks in between it where they seemingly just tinker with things, and lining the walls seems to be like these almost like stands where they like put up the broken or malfunctioning robots, and you do see a few of these stands filled. They are filled with these giant. They usually seem like whenever they walk around, like their shoulders are sagging, and they just kind of lumber around. Like, if anything, they kind of look depressed at this moment. They are standing almost at attention with their arms out. So everything is clearly accessible.
Okay,
And-
supposed to be looking for what?
Yes, you're supposedly looking for.
Looking for the vault. Okay.
As you make your way through, it's honestly not that special. It has a few trinkets here and there. If you would like to look at anything, you can tell me. But otherwise,
Okay, can I roll roll investigation or perception?
Yeah,
or anything?
sure. Roll
Any of that
investigation.
jazz.
Roll investigation for me.
Hold on, I took pictures of it this time so that way it can't kill itself in the middle of the game.
The other folks are still in the room.
Mhm.
Maybe you guys could get those questions that we were thinking about asking out of.
Yeah, no. While Alicia's rolling, you guys. I'll go back to you.
17.
Oh wow. Okay. Go.
All right. Is Kyle awake?
Kyle is currently, when you enter the room, he is currently awake, and you see him as you enter the room. He doesn't actually look up at you at the moment. He's looking at the back of his right hand, where the coin tattoo resides, and he's just kind of looking at it with like a worried look on his face.
All right, boy. Time to answer some of our questions.
Are you still a woman?
Actually, no, I'm not. Sorry. I
Okay.
forgot to change. I'm not Neil or Nelly anymore. I'm someone completely different.
Okay.
Nelson.
Nice.
Oh
Anyway,
god. Are you
yeah. As
Colin,
you
are you
enter the room,
Dominican?
he goes, "Who are you?"
You can call me Nelson. I'm a
Oh.
friend of that charming lady you met last night. And then I wink at him.
He just kind of like, what? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. But why? Can I go? No.
No. Not until you answer some of our questions, buddy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You work here, correct? Yes?
I work in the dining hall. Yes.
So you wouldn't happen to know where the money in this casino is stored, now would you?
I would guess in the vault.
Yes, I figured there would be a vault. Do you know where that is?
If I did, I would have probably tried to steal from it already.
What did you try to steal then? I gesture towards his hand.
This isn't from stealing.
Oh, do tell.
I'm not good at poker.
Yes, I know.
No.
Anyway, sorry, that was out of line. Is there
You're
anything?
right. It's fine.
Is there anything, any information you might have that might be of use to me and my companions?
I just work in the dining hall. I'm sorry, sir.
Do you even know where the money goes?
I give it to my manager. He takes it and he does whatever he has to with it. I believe there's someone who comes around and like collects it. It's almost like a tax. I
All right.
think. I don't know.
Well, tell me this, young man.
Yes.
Who would know?
The owner, maybe some high rollers. The owner's right hand.
And who is that?
It's like his enforcer lady. She's what's her name? I think she goes by Nisha, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's her actual name. People say she has multiple names that she uses around.
Understandable. Well, that's all for now. You just stay there and don't worry your pretty little head about it.
Can I get back to work, please?
No, sorry. You're a liability.
As you say that, he looks down at his tattoo, and if you look down, also you would notice it's gotten slightly more extravagant overnight.
All right. Listen, buddy. I am not a good person. So
I'm very well aware.
I don't actually care if you suffer. However,
Well,
if
but I haven't had any food.
yes, that's intentional.
I'm very hungry.
Too bad. Be a little more cooperative, tell us a little more useful information, and maybe we'll get you some food,
I've told you everything I know.
Well, that's just too bad, isn't it?
You're kind of mean. Jeez, okay, wow.
Nelson cemented by speaking in Klingon. Say genital herpes in Klingon to him.
Stop with the Nelson jokes, please.
No. You did this to yourself by naming him Nelson.
I want to ask question about coin. Why is growing when not working? should not stay same?
Well, once the casino has you, it's kind of hard to get away. Because I when I when I went into debt, I used all the money I had left to try to pay off my debt. I wasn't able to. So then they said, okay, you can work here. So I thought, okay, I'll work here. But they also charged me for the food I eat. The more I stay here, because I have to sleep somewhere. And just
Why not just sleep outside?
Because if we do, we'll probably get harassed by said automatrons. They don't exactly like people dirtying the look of the casino.
Tell you what. If we manage to pull this off, and if you have divulged every single piece of information you know, and trust me, I will know if you haven't, we'll pay off that little debt you so irresponsibly acquired. Sound good?
Okay.
Splendid. We'll be staying here for the remainder of our job. Yeah, that's what it is.
Can I have a sandwich?
I'll see what I can do. Can't make any promises, though.
Greg have ration if you want to eat.
Greg, shut up.
What?
You see him kind of perk up when you offer him food because he's.
You can't have any of Greg's food.
Okay.
Greg don't like it. It's not.
Greg,
It tastes funny.
Greg.
Anyways, going back to Copper, as you look throughout the room, you notice a few odd commodities. You see laying on one of the tables that is in the center of the room, you see a kind of spear, and it seems like it's was once part of the automatron. Like a few of them have spears integrated into their system. It seems to have something behind it that makes it slightly more powerful, but you're not sure. It's not magical per se. It just kind of has like a mechanism that you don't fully understand.
Cricket will keep watch and buzz an alarm if anything.
Yeah.
That happens.
On another table, you see a head of one of the automatrons. It seems at the moment to be empty. And
That's good.
like all what usually is on the inside of it is not there at the moment. It seems to be sprawled across the dust. But whatever properties that this holds, it seems as you look at it, because they're off in the corner playing, just eating lunch and talking, and you hear them like chatting, and a few of them burst out laughing every once in a while. But you just kind of look at it and you look over it, and you see along like the trim of these helmets, you see like runes just kind of engraved into it, and you're not sure if this is for the conjuring or the upkeep of these or something else, but it looks magical in a way. But to be fair, so does everything in this room. While some things are mechanical, some things are magical. You can't usually tell them too much apart because of how well these robots are put together. but seeing like the inner workings, you can see things where it's like that shouldn't work. Like gears that just kind of spin on their own and stuff like that. It's just like that shouldn't be working, but it is for some reason. But other than like a
okay.
few odd commodities, you don't really see anything of worth.
Okay, is there like another room I can go to through here?
You can walk through to the next room, which is the hallway that leads up to the penthouse.
I would like to do that.
Okay. As you walk into the next room, you peek in, and you see a long hallway that is fairly extravagant in its design. It looks like it is shined to a T. You could eat food right off the floor type look.
About a try?
Would you like to try?
No.
Okay. But as you walk past it, you see multiple areas where it seems like whoever goes through this hallway has to go through certain checkpoints to make it to the end. There's only 2 checkpoints that you can see at the moment.
Okay. So what are these
And-
checkpoints like? Like I have to have like an ID or something.
The first checkpoint is it's like an ID check. Now the second checkpoint is something a little bit more special. You can't tell, but it seems like a scanner of some sort. Like the first one's a scanner, but it only checks for like this little emblem, which you don't know who goes through here, but you know that there is going to be an emblem that corresponds with this area. The next one, it seems to scan the entire body, not just the shoulder where most patches are.
Okay.
And everything else seems fairly well put. There are a few automatrons that line the walls in between the columns. But there's only 4 of them, and they all seem to be motionless. And not even their lights are on. They seem to be sleeping in wait.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back and report because I don't want to like mess this up and get myself like killed.
Okay. You go back through the automatron repair. I want you to make another stealth check for me.
Gotcha. And I no longer had Blessing of the Trickster, correct?
No, you do. If
It lasts for an hour, so you should, yeah.
Wait,
It's
hold
only
on. Let
been
me
like
make sure.
40 minutes.
I hate this bot. I'll do this every time, won't I?
Let me make sure. Blessing of the Trickster. Give it advantage on stealth checks for an hour. Yeah, you can just keep using it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's only been like 45 minutes.
15.
15. This time, as you're walking through, they seem to be getting off of their whatever break they're on, whether it be lunch or they just were tired and they didn't want to work anymore. And as they do, you are sneaking past, just kind of darting in between these tables. And as you do, you bump into the table, and a small little bolt just tumbles off, and it makes a tiny go ting, and it gets the attention of one person. But before they are able to see you, you dash into under a table, where these tables they have tons of things under them. It's like a mini storage area under them.
Okay.
And you just kind of hide in between boxes and wait
Perfect.
for a
I can
second.
hide under things that are larger than me.
Yeah. And you hide there in between these piles of boxes, which are filled to the brim with who knows what. And the person bends over and goes, huh. And he looks around, just kind of like, what? And he looks over where you are. And you just freeze. And then he goes, They have rats. Thought this was a good place to work. And he stands back up and he throws it back onto the table as he walks back to his workstation.
Oh, based.
You simply, after that, you easily make your way out and back to the bar, past the bots who aren't very bright.
Go into the hotel room.
You just completely ignore Sake, whatever.
Yeah,
Max's
because I told
character.
him not. Yeah, because I told him not to follow me. Looks
Okay,
like
I'm
well,
he's
he
sitting
was-
at the bar outside.
Yeah, he's sitting at the bar.
don't care. He's a bitch and a liar. A modern
Okay,
bastard.
Max, I want you to make a perception check.
She beats my passive, so
Oh yeah, but you're actively looking for her.
yeah, I guess I'm kind of like casually looking over my shoulder all the time. All right, yeah, hold on. I got a dot check. $13.
No.
Yeah.
You keep on looking, and you just kind of, as you look, you hear a buzzing in your ear, and it's a fly, and you go to swat it, and it distracts you for a second. And as that's happening, Copper just goes back to the hotel room. You are left there, not knowing what's happening.
I'm gonna keep looking around, probably for like roughly 45 minutes. Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of try and take in the area, make sure to pay for my drinks.
In the meantime, while he's waiting 45 minutes, Copper, you go back up to the hotel room, and what do you do? What's your return?
Hello, I'm back.
So, what did you find?
Did you find anything?
Found nothing. There's nothing there. Well, no, wait, hold on. I remembered wrong. In the Ottoman room, there's nothing. Nothing in the robot room. But in the room beyond the robot room, there's a complicated checkpoint, which I felt I could not enter. It seemed to be very important as there were 2 checkpoints.
That might be what we're after.
All right, so, and you assume this leads to the vault, yes?
I haven't seen that much security for anything else around here.
True.
Then all we need is find a way inside. Yes.
We need a complicated plan, including diversion
Really?
and including diversions, multiple roles, moving parts. We need.
Look at me.
Huh?
Sorry, I didn't realize
she's
I wasn't
not
muted.
doing it.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
I'm dealing with this idiot over here. I thought it was muted.
No, you're
Nope.
good.
You're all fucked.
So, let's make a plan, shall we?
Arg.
Greg could grow past security if possible.
What?
Greg can turn into animal. Like become badger.
I don't think staff will take too kindly to a badger in the casino. I think you might get kicked again.
Arg, I love badgers.
Also, I feel like if there's a vault, it will probably be steel encased.
Yes, but Greg just had to make it past sensors. And then Greg bring Cricket with him. Cricket, you and Cricket do magic stuff and make sensors go dead.
You know what? Me and Cricket have bonded, matey.
Greg, you've given me an idea. I'm just as surprised as you are. But what if we trick the staff into thinking the sensor's gone haywire, using the Cricket and Greg? That's just one part of my plan. Suggestion.
When will I be? When will I be back?
My man, you said you'd be down there for 45 minutes, so unless they go and get you early, you'd be waiting a while.
That's the only reason why.
We only have
should
hours. Greg can't be Edger for very long.
should we go find Sake?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
kind of forgot about
It
him.
is.
The guy who
someone
followed
told
you.
her not to follow me.
Well, it seems he has a mind of his own.
You know, I don't like Nelson very much. I'm going to change back into Nelly. I liked her.
Okay, you turn back into Nelly. In front of everyone. Do you, like,
Keep
just
becoming
go-
man and woman.
And what of it? Are you a bigot or something?
No, it's very confusing.
Yes, I'm still wearing my androgynous clothes.
Damn, young
Which is
people
just a
changing genders
tunic and a pant.
nowadays.
Goddamn Billy stole all the genders, that scam.
You know, back in my day, we'd wait a few days.
Yeah, sense of modesty.
I mean,
You can't just
Back in
change
my
a who.
day.
You can't just change your he has to who has right there.
Back in my day.
Not decent, is it, Cricket?
Wow, I'm more than a
Greg
little
think
hurt
we
that you
should
guys
go
feel
get
that way.
sick now.
They're not upset that you're a woman, they're just upset that you're able to so freely transform between gender does not confine you.
You should impregnate
just
They're
yourself.
jealous. Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
a
they're
great idea, Copper.
That is a great idea, and I want you all to shut the fuck up.
No, I was being entirely legitimate.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, now I'm just depressed.
It'd be really easy too. You
I
think the
don't think
baby?
that it would.
I think it would. You just have to save your semen as a male, but you have to do it quickly. Then you just have to change it back quickly, smother it all in there, and then you just have to repeat. Like, you know, if it doesn't
Casino.
work.
Smother
get
it
back to the
all
hive.
in there. I don't
Wait,
think that's...
hold on. I have a
Greg
question
think
though.
we should stop
Do you
conversation
think
and
the
find
child
sick.
would be like really
I'm
incesty,
with Greg
or
right
would it just be
here.
a clone?
Highly
I would-
deformed.
I would
Both.
assume
Both.
that in the
would
best
be
case
both.
scenario, it'd be a clone. In the worst case scenario, that thing's fucked.
Perfect. All I needed to know. Continue.
Okay.
Someone
Okay, come
pressed
out of
me.
the-
So yes, we're going to look for sake now.
Okay, you go and look for sake. As you look around, you
I
assume
think
some...
we should split up and look.
Yes, split the party. Always do that.
I mean, we should probably check
Look
the.
less suspicious, if not in huge conglomerate. Not know what that word mean, but sound correct.
Why don't?
You're doing great, Greg.
So who wants to go look for him?
May as well be me. I haven't contributed much today.
Thought Copper should go look for sake. Copper with him earlier. Sake look for Copper, I would assume.
I mean, do whatever you want. I'm not going. I'm gonna sit here and plan. I've always wanted to do a heist.
I want to know general thingies of traps so can avoid. Greg have good memory when it come to map. Greg make map of trap and avoid.
Oh yeah, Copper. Were there any traps down there?
Yeah, there are lots of automatons lining the walls. And they seemed alert And they were roving
get-
too.
Did you get any insight into their weaknesses?
I didn't think I was supposed to do that.
I think you are supposed to do that.
But their head is probably a weak spot if you take it off. Just saying.
I mean,
Could
I-
you just make
I
them
feel like if
book?
they have any clue what they're doing.
Well, I'm saying because I found one without a head, and it seemed pretty banged up. I mean, dead.
I think I have an idea. Hey, why don't we still need to go get Sec?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sick.
Yes, I already made that joke.
We all already made that joke, Colin. You're not special. Oh my god.
Actually, I am. I was the first one.
I was
No,
the
I'm
you
better
weren't.
than you.
No,
Yes,
you
I was.
weren't. No, you
Yes, I
weren't.
was. Yes, I
No,
was.
you weren't. Nuh-uh.
Yes, I was.
Nuh-uh.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna go find
Both
the
of
dude
you
if
are
guys keep
equally
arguing.
pretty.
Mom! Mom, Phineas and Ferb made a sex joke before me.
Greg not know who Phineas Ferb is.
I'm just gonna go get Sec then.
I'll be right back. I gotta throw the cat on.
Phineas Ferb is a
What?
great man. He taught me
Did
all
you
I
just say I
know.
have to throw the cat out of my room?
I remember one time my cat was like trying to get out of my room or something, so then my dad picked him up and like projectile launched that cat, and he just walked away like nothing happened.
Trolled.
I mean,
We do some trolling.
I just
We do a
chucked
little
that
trolling.
cat like 10 feet, bro. Like went flying, punted it.
there's
you know?
a joke in here about Max never getting pussy, but I can't think of it.
Let's
But
Anyway. Yeah, anyway, so what are y'all doing?
I'm gonna go get Thick.
Okay, you go and get him. You would assume since Copper went to deal or scout out the automaton repair, he would be somewhere near there. After around 20 minutes, you find him sitting at the bar, just kind of looking around.
I'm just still kind of there. Very
Well, actually,
concerned.
wait. Did you transform before you left the hotel room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I wanted to come back before. I wanted to give myself a good amount of time before to get back up, which is why I said 45 minutes rather than an hour. I assumed it only took maybe that whole endeavor didn't take very long.
The whole endeavor took around 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Copper doing all that and just kind of scouting around. That took around 45 minutes.
Well, then I meant to say that I would have liked to gone back before
okay.
before my disguise wore off.
Mm-hmm.
But
So we're probably not having to look for him.
Yeah, no, as
James,
you
no,
literally
it's-
walk out the
it's a game.
door, you see Steak at the door, and his disguise is dropped.
I'm
Man,
Oh,
what
yeah.
are you here?
What's up?
We
Nothing
just
much,
talked
I was
about you.
just hoping for some kind of sign that we were returning to the room.
As you look past Nellie, you see Copper sitting in a chair.
Nice sec.
Hello, Copper. Any reason why you didn't take me with you, going back to the room?
No, you were coming? Because I remember saying, don't come, you'll slow me down, then going.
Well,
I don't
didn't
think this
come
is a
with
good time
you.
to fight. We are kind of in the
Greg
middle of the
agree
heist.
with Maris.
I don't
Well,
know,
I
think
didn't
it'd be
know you
pretty
were coming
funny.
along. How was I supposed to know you'd be down there?
Well, what matters is whatever intel you got.
Hold on.
Holding.
Greg think we should fill Sick in on the plan.
I I'm not sure if any of you have thought of this, but how are you all going to break into the vault?
Oh, I have a plan.
Okay.
So
Jack
the
has an
first
idea,
thing.
Are
but
you
his
still
idea is
holding,
being
Max?
metagaming. Yes,
He's
I am.
still holding it.
I'm holding with my
Okay.
hatchet.
Yeah,
Tomahawk,
Hmm.
sorry. It's different.
Tomahawk shot.
don't ask.
What?
Don't ask.
I'm going to ask.
My tomahawk?
Max
You
the
got-
tomahawk in his room. That he just
That
holds
is
casually.
so cool.
No, it's
I
not.
am
Tomahawk?
pretty
I mean,
cool.
I have multiple weapons in my.
He almost cut his toe off with it and
Aroma-
plays with it.
aroma
I mean, that's what you're
tomahawk.
supposed to do with any weapon.
Max, it's super sharp.
That is a nice
It's incredibly sharp
tomahawk.
too. I cut my finger on that.
Here, give me a
Oh,
sec.
oh
My
my
turn to
God.
show off.
Wow.
We're just showing off our
Alicia, are we
weapons
still
now.
holding?
Yeah.
They have to be like hand axes.
Yeah,
No.
Max.
Let's see.
No, but if you show off a gun, you're weird.
That's true.
What?
If you show off a gun, you're weird.
I don't have guns.
I don't
I know.
have guns. I only
Good.
have fucking
I have a
No.
ruler.
swords and
What the shit?
Yo, show off your ruler.
I have a box of matches.
Forehead.
fire starter.
And I have a
Fuck.
cat. So.
Whatever.
That's a nice ceiling.
Yes, you like it? Look at it.
I
Look
like
at
the
that fan.
curtains. No, go back to the curtains.
Can't do
I'm
that.
fucking around. I don't know what I'm doing.
You're showing us your weapons?
Anyways,
Yeah.
Oh my
but
god, I'm so
I
close
was-
to pulling it out. I can't do this.
you can do it. You can do it.
Anyways,
I can't do this.
Yes, you can.
you can do it.
I believe in you.
I believe in you.
I don't even know what's going on.
We're showing off weapons.
Does a pocket knife count as a weapon?
No,
Yes.
not unless you're
think so.
British.
All right. All right.
First
I was
things
I was asking Copper. So what intel did you find?
I found an automaton room that wasn't much. And then I found a really clean, sleek marble hallway that had 2 identification points and tons of automatons lining the walls. And we're trying to find a way to get through that now.
Okay. I think the first order of business is to find Nisha.
Do we know how tough
Nisha?
any of these automatons are?
I don't think
I
don't think it
cook one
matters.
to see how long it takes to die.
I think with a strong enough
What the? Did anyone see that?
Aidan, commence the ritual.
Oh, does
God,
he have
Aidan over here
sacrificial
with a weapon
dagger?
that looks straight out of some B-list anime. Oh my god.
I think I got this in Florida, of all places.
What do you
That
mean of all
explains
places?
a lot.
That's the right place.
That's the only place.
I mean, I also have like swords over there.
The swords are cooler.
What?
The ritual
Oh, it's
must
serrated on
begin.
this edge too.
Max, are you being cringe again?
The ritual.
Oh wait, never mind. It isn't.
Is Max violating the no cringe policy?
Oh no.
Oh, there's a no cringe policy?
There is a
I
no
know.
cringe
Fuck.
policy, I think.
There's a no cringe policy? Oh my god, okay, I'm sorry.
Fucking
wasn't-
college just
I don't
left.
think any of us. Can we get back on topic?
Yes, of
Oh
course.
yeah, sorry.
So
Yeah,
with
we
a precise strike, perhaps we could simply get by those automatons.
Exactly what I was
We
thinking.
could
Punch right through
also
them.
we could also create chaos in courtyard or casino.
Don't worry, Greg.
What?
If
Chaos.
possible.
Chaos
What
is
can you
definitely
tell
part
us
of the
about-
plan.
What can you tell us about the checkpoints?
Good question.
One was like the same kind of ID one as the building from last time, you know, where we went to get the schematics. But the other one looked a lot more complex. I don't
Can
really
you
know.
describe it? Can you describe what it looked like?
Here, I'll describe it.
Well, yeah, I
The
don't know. I wasn't really
The
told.
first one was simply just like you walk up and one of the two robots would activate and ask for your ID. You would show it, the ID being whatever symbol is required. The next one looks like like Elise said, is much more complex in the fact that it isn't an automaton does not man the station. It is completely autonomous and it's kind of like one of those ones that you have in the hotel. Not hotel. The ones that you get in the airport where you have to like walk through and they're like scanning for metals. It's like a full body one.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Well,
Well, that sucks. I have a lot of metal on me.
Well, you don't know if it scans for metal, but
well, perhaps if we can figure out what sets off this alarm, like if
Steve, I need to
Maris,
hear
your
this.
cricket, would set it off, then perhaps we can figure out how to silence it.
Or we could try to bypass it. I mean, you seem relatively adept at disguising yourself, and we all know I'm great at disguising myself.
Of course, I mean, bypassing it for me will
Greg
not be a
thinks-
problem. I'm worried about
Greg
you all
thinks-
bypassing it.
I was thinking perhaps we could cut the power, but there is likely to be some sort of backup system for these sorts of things.
There's
Also,
power?
We don't know if it is exactly running off of power or whether it's magic of some kind.
I think breaking it good option.
Alright.
Do we know if there are ventilation? Does the schematics detail any of that? Aidan, would the schematics detail any ventilation?
it would not detail any ventilation.
The problem with breaking it is that it might set off an alarm.
It would show you like where like key points in the ventilation would be, but it wouldn't show like the inner workings and where they lead.
That makes sense.
So it does have ventilation.
Yes, no, remember you said there was a plumbing problem, so like
Right.
this is a schematic of the casino, so vents and pipes and yeah.
I
such
mean,
things
it probably has
would be
ventilation, but ventilation
Do you
can't really
think
hold
somebody
humans in
go-
them.
I
Common-
could say maybe Greg could
Can be
scout
not
the
human.
pipes.
If there's one thing I gotta say from all my years as an AC repairman, you can't really climb through vents like they tell you.
It's true.
Well,
Humans are far
maybe
too heavy.
we can't, but someone
Yeah,
your
Greg
stature?
might.
That is part of Copper's backstory, by the way.
Oh, is it?
I love that.
AC repairman and coin collector.
Oh,
Greg,
aren't you
well,
just
Greg,
white?
I think.
Really, Max? You, the most mayonnaise little lard ass person
Yeah,
I know,
no,
is
that
gonna
is-
call him white.
I have a
Mayonnaise
coin collection.
little lard-ass person.
Max,
I-
you could
hold
stand
on.
under. Max, you could stand under a light bulb that's flickering and get sunburned.
Bro, there's a coin collection, bro. I know I'm white. And I'm telling you that your character is.
Max, I'm about to commence a ritual on your ass.
Oh no.
Greg,
Max, you're lucky you're my gringo. I'd beat you up for your
Vents.
little white ass takes.
As I was saying, I agree with Greg. It might be best for him
if
to
we
try
do
to
not
scout.
barrel past thing, our next thing is go in venti thingies. We only need somebody small enough to fit in vents, yes?
Well,
Yes.
50 pounds is still far too heavy.
Greg can become cat. How much do cat weigh?
Well, I think a creature like you could have a chance if you were become small.
He could even become a lizard.
I
I'm
Maris,
sure.
That is what I'm.
I
think-
have. Oh, go ahead, Max.
Maris,
rather.
I think that your cricket would be a extremely good resource to determine the
That
nature
is-
of these scanners and how to bypass them.
Well, Cricket could probably get past them. I am not sure he's going to be
Well.
able to. relay
is-
information.
Good idea.
Well, I'm more interested in seeing whether or not this cricket can set off the machine. Not about whether it can get past it.
Aidan is, and none of this is in the rules, otherwise I would say yes, but is there any way Cricket could probably, like, get up to the thing and relay information back?
What is your cricket? I'm very unaware what it is.
Homunculus servant.
Oh, okay.
He's a baby.
It's a
Yes.
humongous servant. I was guessing it was just reskin find familiar or something along those lines, but if it's
Nope.
homunculus servant, since it's a cricket, no.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It would be hard. Like the best way I can think about it would be like if you had a piece of paper and some ink, and like the cricket literally like drew out what it saw or like words.
I mean,
Like
it
just
does
like
have
with
an.
its legs.
Cricket plays charades with us.
I will say Cricket has an intelligence of 10, which is
Yeah,
Dude, that's
no,
higher
like-
than
Higher
Greg.
than mine.
No, I'm
Wait,
saying
no.
like
Oh,
it
wizard,
could
never
literally
mind.
like create something like it would act like a printer almost, but it would take a while.
Can Cricket fly?
yes.
Have you never seen a cricket?
Well, Greg, if
Does
this
Cricket have a fly speed?
30
DM.
feet.
I'm unaware actually. I don't know
30
the depth
feet.
of a cricket. 30 feet apparently.
As if
At least mine does.
so it has a fly speed of 30 feet.
Yes. And a walk
The idea
speed
of this
of
cricket
20.
being smarter than us is the best thing I've heard all day.
Now, Greg, you also can transform into an animal. While this cricket may
Yes.
not be able to relay whatever it sees, you will be able to, given some
Greg can do that.
poor
Greg have
descriptions.
restrictions on what can transform. No swim, no fly.
Well, that shouldn't be an issue. You can transform
Just
into
make
something.
sure you're smaller than 8 to 10 inches.
That might be issue for travel. But Greg see what he can do. Greg try to remember what bugs he see. It is good, yes?
Well, you've seen this cricket.
Actually, yes, but I do not remember if Cricket able to fly or not, so...
From what I just looked up, it doesn't look like it has a flying speed.
Well, there are two different. Well, it depends on the kind of cricket.
Yeah, the one I'm looking at is called a cave cricket, so
Crickets can fly, they're just really
I
freaking
wouldn't have
noisy.
seen that, I live in the woods.
yeah, so
What if like druids could transform into whatever has the fly speed, but they can't fly with it, so it's basically pointless.
I could literally just become a copy of Maris's Cricket, if that's allowed.
I mean,
Or an ant. Like you could literally just
It's
be an
also
ant.
an option.
that's
I
kind
could
of
be a crab.
iffy.
Never mind. Crabs can swim.
Dude, you can literally just become an ant.
Spider. Just
Or
just
spider.
spider.
Spider
yeah.
makes more sense.
Spider
I
can even
was
crawl
thinking
up the
something
sides
more
of the
along the
thing.
lines of
Yeah.
spider.
So can
Spider's
ants.
good.
All right.
Well, yeah.
So
what
a
was it, though?
spider, then you can.
If you haven't seen a cricket before, using Maris's is kind of iffy because it's not actually a real creature.
Yeah. Well.
It's just based off a real creature, so it's weird.
Yeah.
It is
Let's-
also stupid, so...
Well, let's make sure. Let's figure out how these machines get set off and how they alert people. Because if we can figure that out, we can silence it. And we know that those automatons cannot see through a dense fog, and we could very easily make a very large amount while silencing the machines.
Greg becomes spider. all past machines for initial testing of scanner. And go through scanner. Greg, leave Boris with you all. Not want Greg's items go to waste.
Boris?
The bag.
The bag.
Uh,
Boris is a fine fellow, and I'm proud to have him on the team.
All right. So once
Boris probably be very useful to you all.
Hmm.
Greg not know. If this killed Greg. Could quite possibly.
we'll take good care of Boris for you if that happens, Greg. You have my word.
Greg is going to go test scanners out now.
Greg, would you
Alright.
like me to accompany you?
What?
I can sit in the bar and assist.
He's gonna be 2 rooms away, my man.
I would say
Well, I mean, my
because you
blessings
have
and-
limited time, that is not good. They say somebody else who doesn't need transform.
I understand,
with.
but the blessings.
Okay, so Greg.
Greg is a
Can be useful.
spider. He not need to worry about being seen. He's spider.
Well, either way, Greg, I hope that the feathers of the raven cloud your travels. And
Great.
I give him blessing of the trickster again.
Okay. By the way, the way that you guys originally went into the that hallway is kind of like a side entrance. The more direct way is through the casino.
Yeah,
Through the bathroom?
No, that's not a bathroom. That's just like a hallway.
Oh, it really looks like a
Okay,
bathroom.
who want to come with
Yeah, I
Greg?
know. It's weird. I think that's less of a bathroom and more of a private room. Anyways,
I gotta look back at the map
It
again.
is. It is, or maybe not Nelly. Nelly last seen with Kyle. Kyle currently in bathroom.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll change. But I think right now the most
Yes, maybe
important.
Mary's good idea to take with, if anybody.
I think you should just go alone. Get there, test out the scanner. If it goes
Is
off,
this
come
good?
back. If it doesn't go off, come back. Actually, just come back in either case. But if it goes off, tell us.
Also before Greg leaves, gonna make sure to pat his shoulder, give him guidance. It's only gonna last a minute, which probably will not last him the elevator ride
No.
down. But if he gets some confrontation in the hallway, could be useful.
you know.
Yeah, because of all the. Well, is he gonna duel another spider for territory?
Yes,
Mm,
man. Okay, spiders are fucking territorial.
Okay,
as
that
shit.
actually be a really cool fight.
Anyways.
Greg is going to go now.
Yes, okay. Greg, as you make your way down, I'm sorry. Yawning. As you make your way down, which way do you go to get to this hallway?
I'm gonna go more towards the automatron repair.
Okay.
Okay.
As you go through the automatron repair, you see very similar things to what Copper saw. Dismantled parts of automatrons laying on the table. Some of them just kind of like, the best way I can say is like T-posing
Mm.
on the wall. And
So, is there anybody within sight?
yes, there are 3 people like before.
They preoccupied? They preoccupied.
They are all working due diligently at their separate workstations.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and transform into that spider here.
Okay.
Just skitter my way to that big old corridor.
Yeah, as you,
Greg,
I'm not
good
even gonna
with
make you
maps.
roll. These people are engrossed in their work. They're all huge nerds. They are not paying attention to anything but their work. And you skitter your way, and you see this, like I described before, long hallway, one checkpoint where it seems automatrons check you, and another one where it seems like there's a scanner of some sort.
So I'm gonna crawl my way up the ceiling to see
Okay.
if I can just go over the automatrons as a spider.
As you do this, you skitter up the ceiling, and you go over the automatrons, and nothing seems to spring. Like, you're just a spider; they can't tell the difference. As you make your way further, you get to the part where there seems to be a check, and you make your way past it, but like 5 feet after it, you hit a wall. It's an invisible wall.
Okay. I am. It's a visible wall. Is there anything about those sensors that goes off whenever I pass through?
The
Should be paying
sensors
attention to
on.
that.
So the sensors don't seem to be going off. They haven't seemed to detect your presence. There seem to be only looking for humans at the moment. Or humanoids, I guess. But
I'm a humanoid.
so they haven't gone off for you, but you would assume that any humanoid movement that is detected within this area would definitely set them off.
Good to
And
know.
that would then alert the automatrons that are standing guard.
Then there's just an invisible wall.
Yeah, like 5 feet after the scanner, which is like in the center of the hallway. And it doesn't have a top to it. It's like a cylinder that you kind of step in, and there's 2 panels to the side of it. And they seem to be on like a clear platform that has something faintly glowing below it. And it seems like the 2 panels are on some type of track, and they can spin.
Hold on, could you repeat that?
In the middle of the hallway, there is a cylinder-looking scanner. There's no top to it. It's just 2 kind of like walls that are at the moment just parallel to each other. They're parallel with the walls of the hallway.
Gotcha.
And I'm guessing Greg will look closely at these. I'm not even gonna have you roll because you can if you have like 2 hours, right?
I have an hour, and not only that, my passive perception is a 20. I have the observant.
Oh yeah,
feat.
you have passive perception of 20, so you definitely see this. The 2 things seem like they're on some sort of track, so they can spin around a glowing platform that you would stand on. It seems it's like a murky glass, kind of like quartz almost. And there's a low radiance coming from it. But and 5 feet in front of that is where you hit the wall, with Greg. So, is there anything else you would look for?
No, I don't think there is.
I think you would notice this. while you were looking at these divination sensors that are on the walls, some of them are hidden behind like murals or paintings. Others seem to be just kind of like behind where the robots stand. And as you look at these, you look at the robot, and you remember from earlier the Copper saying something about maybe they have their head is their weak point. As you look in, there does not seem the head does not seem to be essential to the function of said robot.
Okay. Good to know.
Copper's a big fat liar. You heard it here
Yeah, I
first,
guess I'll
folks.
just make my way back up to the room.
Mhm. You go back through the automatron area, and you just sneak past. When you go back through, you see one of them putting back together an entire automatron, and it whirls to life. And the person just steps back out of its way, and as you actually enter the room as a spider on the ceiling, the robot also leaves the room with you.
I'm gonna drop down onto the robot.
Okay. It has been around 30 minutes, by the way.
Okay.
35-ish. So you don't know exactly how long, but you have a feeling of how much longer this wild shape is going to last. You don't know specifically though. And you just hitch a ride on this automatron?
Yeah.
Okay. As you hitch a ride on it simply makes its way out of the automatron repair, and it turns immediately to the right, and it lumbers out, and it just keeps on walking until it makes its way to the courtyard, where it turns to, I believe, yeah, sorry, it would turn to the right again to walk towards the casino. But instead of going into the casino, it would go into where it's marked horse racing. And it
Okay.
walks over there, and it takes its stand. And it just took like not even 5 minutes, so it just kind of lumbers over there. And so you're sitting on it, and it's standing in this position by the horse racing, just kind of looking over the people who are just betting. And after a while, it starts moving again. After around 10 minutes.
Wait, what's happening? My brain just kind of went dead.
Greg is hitching her ride on an automatron. As it starts walking, it makes its way out of the horse racing area and turns to its left, walking to the casino. It's then, once it makes its way to the casino, it starts patrolling, like just looking over the entire thing. It walks through the crowds. Every once in a while, it'll stand behind a certain dealer, like at a blackjack table or something like that, and just kind of like impose his presence to make sure that no one cheats. And it does this for about another 10 or so minutes, just kind of hovering around the room. You notice two others also doing the same thing.
Halfway through, because with that 10 minutes, my wild shape would be up. Halfway through those 10 minutes, I'm just gonna hop off the automaton.
Okay.
Kind of making a mental note that the automatons patrol the casino, and what seems like rather Would you describe them as like roundabout or?
Yeah, from what you've seen, that like as soon as that one left, another one kind of entered to take its place.
Hmm.
Like they all seem set on like a route that they all follow. Some might be different than others, but most of them are similar in some way.
And as I'm leaving, is there anybody at all who really seems to catch my eyes? All 8 of them.
You look throughout the casino once you find a dark corner and you turn back into Greg, a completely normal guy. You make your way out and you look over this casino and you look over all the tables and you see a sea of people, of varying races, tieflings, half elves, orcs. Just if you can think of it, it's probably here type thing. And as you look over, you look up to the back of the room where it's kind of like the far back. It's like right under the penthouse elevator. Do you see that?
I have an idea, yeah.
Yeah. In the far back of the room, you see a small crowd. And it seems one person in particular catches your eye. It's a tall, tan-skinned woman who wears a nice fur-lined jacket, and she wears a impressive suit under this jacket. Like, she is completely there for business, and she seems to be kicking ass at whatever game she's playing. And if you linger for a while, I can do you linger at all?
I would linger a bit.
Okay, you linger. You see this.
That's something actually caught my eye.
You see her just clearing out this table, and she it's a poker table. And after a while, you see the owner, Sylvan, walk up, and he taps her on the shoulder and whispers something in her ear. And you see her from a distance, just kind of.
I try to hear what Sylvan whispered.
This to get into this area is a little hard. You can actually tell that there are 2 robots positioned at the entrance. This is a high rollers game, or a VIP game, to be more specific. But you can read lip, can't you?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, no, okay. He leans into her, and whispers something. You can't exactly make it out. You make out like every third word, and basically you get the gist. Like he's saying, "Okay, that's enough," and you just see her just groan, and she lets out a sigh.
A name?
He doesn't, and she takes all her chips and she's kind of like. She just snaps her fingers, and you hear you see a servant walk up, but the servant does mouth a name, and you hear the name Madame Nisha.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the hotel room now.
Before you head back to the hotel room, I just want to say one last thing. As she stands up and she leaves the table and her servant collects all her winnings, you see on the inside of her coat are 2 revolvers.
I want those.
Okay.
While he's down there, could we perhaps I want to get a little bit more information out of.
You're okay, yeah, Kyle.
Kyle. Yeah,
At this
I'm
point, I
gonna,
would be heading back, so I'll let
Yeah,
you guys take over for now.
I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna walk into the bathroom where Kyle is, and I'm gonna.
And as you enter the bathroom, he kind of like skitters backwards. Like, please, no,
I'm gonna
please,
remain
no,
silent.
please.
The penthouse
Mm.
elevator. What is it?
What?
The penthouse elevator.
It's an elevator.
What's the penthouse? Where's the?
It's the owners.
Okay, it's the owners. Is that where they keep the money?
I don't know.
Do you see people? Do you see people exit through? What? So what's? Sorry. Do you see people exit through the right side of the casino with the money?
I mean, sometimes I don't go in the casino anymore. I'm in enough debt as it is.
You don't see anything that happens in the casino?
No, I don't go there anymore, man.
Not one bit?
I'm just a waiter.
You don't wait people inside the casino?
No, I just work in the dining hall.
Okay. Where do you see people go with the money in the dining hall?
My manager hands them off to like some tax collector.
And where does that
something
person
like
go?
That. Probably to an automatron that then takes it up to wherever they store the money. Please don't hurt me.
I want to see if he's holding back information, like if he's scared.
He is fucking terrified.
Well, I understand that he's terrified of me, but I'm wondering if he's more terrified of something else. Why he's not telling me something.
Okay, well you can roll insight.
I know he's a coward. I just don't know if he's cowering at me or something else.
Okay. With a 13, you look at him. He seems to be telling the truth. He seems to legitimately be terrified of you, almost to the point where he looks like he's about to shit himself.
I'm going to leave the bathroom, closing the door behind me. I'm going to ask, did anyone get any other information while me and Copper were gone? Anything of mention?
No. But Aidan, I have a question.
Yes.
Like in the casino when we came in, did we notice how is the money transported? Do we know? Are there carts of money? Are there
okay.
people who take the money?
There seems to kind of be humans. Sentient creatures do not handle the money because that means people would probably try to skim some off the top. The only interaction between humans and the money is when they're collecting it to give to whoever takes it, you're guessing. From what you've gotten from Kyle. And when you entered the casino, you didn't see any transportation of money. While there are those large automatrons, every once in a while you will see a smaller little robot. It's very skinny, but it's it looks like it's almost like a butler robot that just kind of runs through, and it seems to collect every once in a while.
Well,
You saw it run past you when you were walking towards the construction site.
So how is Greg back?
Greg would be back after this, yeah.
And he would have told us Greg, what did you see?
Greg is back. Learn some things.
You don't have to go over it all. They probably heard you.
Yeah.
So that's
I do.
I
tell
mean,
him about everything I have learned.
So
And you
this.
can you please go over that? Because I kind of got a bit distracted. Just bullet points.
Naisha carry strange weapons too in her coat.
Like what?
Very good at gambling. And is obviously in cahoot with Sylvan. Sylvan tell her to stop gambling.
So
It would have by this point, guy who we have, what's his name again?
Kyle.
Kyle. Kyle. So Kyle has told us that VIPs as well as the owner has been